This here is from the Mail Online. It's called Amber Heard's Private Investigator Reveals His Shock Over Unwavering Support for Johnny Depp After Being Hired to Dig Up Dirt on the Actor for Defamation Trial in New Book. It's from July 8th, 2024. You might know who I'm talking about. We've heard of him before, but obviously the book is new. One-time private investigator hired by Amber Heard's legal team to dig up dirt on Johnny Depp admits he was stunned at the amount of unwavering support towards the actor while he faced abuse allegations. In his new self-published book, Johnny Depp's Accidental Fixer, released on July 5th, Paul Barassi, 74, recalls interviewing 100 people ahead of Depp's libel trials against his ex-wife, only to find the majority were still on the star's side. They describe Depp as a gentleman's gentleman and someone who doesn't have a mean bone in his body. Friends of the Pirates actor said that Johnny had admiration and respect for women. And here's the book here. I kind of like the cover. They mention he's got some famous clients: Tom Cruise, Schwarzenegger, Stallone. They say that he doesn't specify which trial he was working on when he had instructions to investigate Johnny. He says he was instructed to come up with video, photos, or anything he could get against Depp. But when he started digging deeper, as we know how the story goes, he found mostly positivity. They get into the guy Brooks for a little bit, why that case happened, or allegedly why it happened. It's a little odd when I think about it. Johnny Depp said he offered Brooks $100,000 to punch him in the face. Doesn't really make sense to me why someone would want that or say that. So yeah, my guess is probably Brooks was looking for a quick settlement or something like that. It seems like what Brooks did is when he went to somebody who knew Johnny, he said, "Wow, Johnny's violent, right?" to kind of test them or see the reaction if he stated it as a fact. And they said things like, "No, not really, that's ridiculous." And he has some quotes from this journalist here. Her name's Seven McDonald. "I don't think I can help you. Johnny's a sweet man. I've never seen him violent. In fact, just the opposite. Johnny is the type of man who would crawl down a drain pipe to save a kitten from drowning." Well, funny she says that, because Johnny actually donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to kittens. So yeah, maybe. He has some quotes from Johnny's tattoo artist that Johnny is super controlled and a superhuman being. But for fairness, Barassi includes some of those text messages and some things Johnny said. But I'm not really judging by words, I'm judging by physicality and evidence of the like. So let's see some comments here. They got almost 600 and they still have their dislikes there, which not everyone has these days. "I'm sure Johnny's a good guy to the outer world, but behind closed doors, that's a different story about many people. Violence, either verbal or in action, is much more common than people want to believe. He wrote a book about what actor friends, etc. have said. How do we know that's the truth? Even Val behind closed doors, we can't know unless we live also with him behind those closed doors." And it got 45 likes and 221 dislikes. But yes, that's exactly the point. We don't know what happened behind closed doors 100%. We never will. That's why Disney should have said, "Well, it's just an accusation. We'll never know. We're not going to get rid of Johnny. It's hearsay." But they didn't. And that's why we had the whole problem. And this person from Wales says, the more they watched the trial, the more they thought you-know-who was lying. That got 1,000 likes and 25 dislikes, just for the record. We all have flaws, Depp especially, but from what I've read and seen of him, he does come across as very genuine, generous, an example that he visits children's wards as Captain Jack Sparrow, and on one occasion was asked by a child to sing a Taylor Swift song, which floored him as he wasn't familiar with it, and it was funny to see. The smiles on their faces were amazing. Heard, on the other hand, I can honestly say, have never warmed to, and the court case certainly didn't make me sympathetic to her. 713 likes and 42 dislikes. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you to Laura B for this article link. I appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.